We've agreed sales of 2 properties during the month of August just via Facebook. I know quite a few agents that have taken that bold step in actually coming off of Rightmove. No longer is there the clients going forward and saying, right, we'd like to ask 5 or 10% more for our properties, or being advised to do so. It's not that market anymore. So realistically, priced stock is still selling well, but there's a lot of properties out there that are just overpriced and sticking. So on a daily basis, we're having meetings, we're talking about what the latest reports are, how that could frame the mind of either a seller or a buyer. You know, if there's particularly, most recently there was talk about stamp duty change, and the first thing when I came into the office in the morning was, right, what's the effect on that? How are we going to counteract that if that's an objection that is going to come out? And I think it's really important for all of the members of the organisation, from the Saturday staff, the weekend staff, the administrators, to people in different departments, lettings, management, to really understand what's going on, because they're our front line. There are agents here in any town, particularly here as well, where the easiest way to get an instruction is to overvalue it and to undercut in fee. Where we want to differ is to give that almost world-class level of service. Our company motto is nothing is too much trouble. And we want to demonstrate that to the client, that yes, there might be somebody that's prepared to do it for less money, but what we're going to give you and the service and the attention to detail is going to get you a better price. You know, it's over and above hopefully what the market's prepared to pay.
What is the Andrew Pearce difference, would you say? Because the vendor will look at it and go, okay, I'm going to be on Rightmove. Typically, I'm happy with that, and the price seems about right. So what are you going to charge me? What is the difference of your brand and your business, you think, that enables you to charge more than others and get that instruction? What are you doing that you don't think the others are?
Well, I think it's our attention to detail. From the point of initial instruction, we make sure that all of the staff, whoever's dealing with the property, or all of us dealing with it, they've seen the property, they've met the vendor, they have that care and attention that client knows that although we've got 50, 60 properties on the market, that they are our priority. You know, they are the ones, and demonstrating that. So it's all well and good me or any one of my valuers sitting there and saying, oh, we can do this, that and the other, as a lot of agents do, but it's actually demonstrating that. And one of the things that we're very proud of is our contract length. We traditionally hear 8 to 10 weeks. Normally you'd sign in for a sole agency period, where we ask for 21 days on a rolling contract. So we find that works really well. Almost we will prove to you, we've got that pressure, we know that if you don't like it, within 21 days you can leave us, and that all of that expense is gone. So we're going to prove to you what we're worth. And I haven't had, touch wood, one client yet that's inevitably gone on to serve that notice. And it's constant reviews. I mean, our clients get vendor updates normally they certainly get a phone call every 2 days, but every 3 days, stats from Rightmove, ideas on what we're doing. And if it hasn't quite worked out in that honeymoon period, a plan of action in place. So after 10 days, right, what else are we doing? Are we doing a new advert on Rightmove? Are we going to make it a featured property to give them more boost? Are we going to do a new video to advertise a launch day? Are we going to refresh the photographs? All these little things that I think agents are more than capable of, but some are just better than others, and some just get lazy. We've agreed sales of 2 properties during the month of August just via Facebook. So that's where they're launched exclusively on Facebook. Really is not as a let's see what happens, but a targeted campaign looking at the right type of people at high-end stock, which has worked really well for us.
The portals as useful as they were, or as important? Sorry, they were vitally important maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But do you think it's changing?
I do think it's changing. I think a lot of the people that we interact with, the sellers and the buyers in Pinner, they want to make that connection with the agent still, which is really good, because in times gone by, particularly at the height of the market, you'd put a property on Rightmove, you'd have an open day on a Saturday and it would go, they had offers galore and it was great. I think Rightmove serves its purpose. I think particularly with a lot of the generic stock that we have, generating those leads, generating those valuation inquiries, and it's probably the go-to portal first. But then, Zoopla has some really good technology within it, but I think Rightmove is still the go-to portal. But I think people's habits are starting to change. Like the industry, I believe it's becoming more personal. So buyers will actively go out and seek those agents who they believe is going to do the best deals for them, or so they'll go on social media, they'll interact through social media. Facebook Messenger gets a lot of inquiries through us. People on our Facebook page and they're pinging us a message, I'm looking, could you register our details? To me, that's great. They might be on Rightmove, but they know that they're interacting with us first. I think the cost involved in Rightmove versus the other property portals, I know quite a few agents that have taken that bold step in actually coming off of Rightmove, because it's by far the most expensive advertising that we do as a company. You're spending £30,000 a year on advertising properties, where you've got 2 or 3 other portals that are doing the same thing, and I'm doing it for Facebook on free. So if we weren't doing Rightmove, we'd be looking to do something else. Maybe spending more money on targeted campaigns through Facebook, bringing in more products for our vendors. I think it was always a conscious knowing that they're there, and that for every owner has a choice. They've got a choice in which high street agent, what supermarket they want to go to, what brand of soft drink that they like to buy. I think it was being aware of that threat, but knowing where we're good and where our services differ. And when Purple Bricks initially launched, and they spent a lot of money on ad campaigns as they're doing now, there wasn't really much of a change in the area. We didn't see any more boards, we didn't see any more, there'd be the odd 1 or 2, but quite quickly we would see them then list with a high street agent. So
your fee levels have been slightly on the increase in the last 12 to 18 months?
Yeah, I think it's so after the referendum result, we found that there was more pressures on fees, but actually it was a lot harder market, so the fee levels were able to keep the same, and we've been able to increase that fee level because we've taken more of a market share in the area. We're continually growing and can justify that extra cost, and because people are seeing the results.
You're active on social media, and you're one that does video content. Yes. What type of videos do you do, and what's been most effective, would you say?
It's a mixture. So we will do property intro videos, so whether it will be sort of selfie style open day videos, or introduction to a property that's newly listed to the market, and we've done the top 30 most expensive roads to live on in Pinner, so a bit of information to anyone that's in the area or coming into the area about, okay, where are the most expensive places to live in the area, and we're sort of rolling that out from now until Christmas, so that's a good weekly content. As us wanting to be trusted advisors, we were looking for a similar type of company to be associated with, and when we got invited to join Fear, I think it was a really good mark for us, because it really emphasised all the brands and the image that we're trying to get out there to the public, and Fear offers that to us. Plus they have some fantastic products which are going to enhance our business and help our business grow. We've just recently some of us completed the online training, which was great. It was really refreshing to have something like that to come back to. A lot of talking about the Estate Agency Act and things that we can polish up on. I think it was fantastic, and it was great to have that competition between the offices as well to get the qualification. So it was really, really good.
Right, Joe, lovely to meet you. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.